We just there we go. We are live now. So hello everybody. Welcome again to the podcast. I wasn't available last week, and that we were on Facebook, and the guys done a great job of that. It was a brilliant show. I enjoyed watching it during the week. I hope everybody else did. And so we're going to crack on really quick this week. So I just wanted to mention first of all. We've been getting a lot of positive feedback on the various channels. I've been getting messages from various people, and I thought it'd be nice to recognize some of the listeners that have messaged me.
Sure.
So I'm just going to I'm just going to find, bear with me a second. So I had a message from now I don't want to give his name out in case, because it was sent to me as like a private message, so we just call him Archie. I'm sure the guy will know who I'm on about. And he sent me a message and he said, "Hi, just like to say that I found the podcasts on Spotify and I've enjoyed listening to them on my way to and from work. Almost listened to them all and will have by the end of this week. I've also started watching the YouTube shows and carry on the good work." It's nice to get messages like that. I really appreciate it. That means a lot. It's nice that we're now starting to reach the stage where we're being recognized. The YouTube count is going up daily. There's people keep joining, which is great. We are looking at creating a dedicated channel for the SprueCast podcast, because at the moment it's twinned with the Sprue Surgery YouTube channel. So we're looking at that. We'll let you know as and when if we start to change over. It won't be a sudden thing. We won't be gone all of a sudden. So that's that. I've also had messages from other people as well that have said they're enjoying the shows, they're enjoying the channel. Bear with me, I've lost my thing. So we had another message from Greg. He said he was enjoying the show. And we had some comments, and this was quite funny. I don't know if you guys saw it, but we had some comments on YouTube from season 2, episode 15, I believe, where there's a thumbnail of me, Gordon, and Josh side by side. And there was a question whether we were all brothers. And when you actually look at the photos, I had intended to get the photos up so I could show them side by side. But when you look at them, it is rather it's a rather striking resemblance. I don't know who's going to benefit from that or not benefit from that, but we do all look very much alike. We've all got receding hairlines. We're all wearing glasses.
Speak for yourself. Look at that.
Yeah. No, you weren't there. You weren't there on that one, Gil. It was
no. I know. I just
and I did laugh when the message came up, and because the first message I got was I did laugh at the thumbnail, and I thought, what thumbnail? What are they going on about? And when I went and had a look, I realised, oh yeah, we do. Crikey, don't we look alike? So there we go. But that was a bit of humour to kick things off. Anyway, so we're going to go straight in then, and we're going to have a look at what we've been doing this week. Who wants to kick off?
I'll volunteer. I have been finishing up some commission painting that I'm doing. I had The Mandalorian. I think I showed that last week.
Yeah.
I finished that. I'm doing another Baby Yoda. in the little pod. Here's the pod. As we were talking before we came online, I was doing the interior painting. I know it's a little dark. I was doing a little bit of the interior painting. I got to go in and finish all that up. Then the ink work. I did all the. If I can get this here, all the the chipping and stuff on it, and then I'll put a wash over the whole thing. Here's the top for it, the bonnet. And here's the little man right here. There he is right there, the little guy. He's gonna go in, he'll be glued inside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically all I've done. I've got a couple other ones here that I don't show because they don't want them shown. So
yeah.
There's three of them in front of me here that are in various stages that need to be finished. One's a Titan, and the other two are a Night Titan from Games Workshop, and the other two are just regular figures. So that's what I've been. I mean, other than that, nothing really.
Yeah, and as always, you can follow Gil's. Gil's very good with his photos on his channel. He's constantly updating the pictures of what he's doing. So if you want to keep up with Gil and the work he's on, go and sub to his channel, and you'll be able to Styrene Syndicate, and you'll regularly see his work and tips and hints, tips and tricks on how to get the finishes that he gets.
Oh yeah, I don't keep anything secret.
No, Gil. Yeah. So, Josh, you next.
So I've been working on this.
You gotta switch the camera, Mark.
Yeah, I'm just moving over to that now. Thank you.
That's pretty much done now. I still have to do the decals, but I might save the decals for something else. But
that is nice.
I mean, this was a cool kit. I might do another one of these. This was a real fun kit to do.
Yeah. How did you get that? That glass is really clear on the front there. How did you manage? Because some people struggle with that.
So the glass.
Yeah.
So I glued it in with evergreen, this stuff, the canopy glue.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to smear it. I didn't get the glue all over the windows. I didn't, that has been the first product I've ever got to work 100% correct. So.
Yeah, because windows can be a real tricky thing, can't they?
Yeah, there's that. I've used the two other stuff that's supposed to you barely dab it on, and then it just disappears and everything's good in the world. Yeah. I can't use that stuff either. Oh, what did I do?
So, is that what you've done this week? Then anything else or?
Dude, it's 4th of July week. I have not been very productive.
Yeah, I know. That was a bit remiss of me. It is 4th of July weekend, and I should have obviously wished everyone in America that celebrates it, happy 4th of July. It's not a big thing over here, so I don't, we don't follow that sort. So there we go. Gordon, do you want to go next, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I've got the camera on top if you want.
Yeah, just bear with me while I swap cameras over. There we go.
Right.
Wow.
So we've see if I can get rid of that. Get rid of the glare. Well,
nice weathering.
I started on the weathering, doing soot stains off the exhaust, off the guns. I've started to put some weathering and grubby fingerprints on the access panels for the machine guns on the top. Started to tone down all in here. Of course, the chipping was actually quite bright, so I've put some watches and stuff on to tone it down on both sides. More staining here and stuff. And I've got the canopy on the front now. I've got the back one on. I've got the seat belts in after my fun and games with the fabric ones, and been doing some exhaust staining down the sides. Started off with a sooty browny colour, then a bit of grey. See if I can get there. Down both sides. I've got to work a little bit more on this one, which it's not quite as pronounced enough. And started doing some underneath. Muzzles, machine gun staining and stuff. Bit of mud splatter, bit of staining. Started to build up down the fuselage. Same on the other wings. So that's slowly coming along. And why I've been having the oils and the stuff out, I've been doing similar sort of thing to the 109. So I've started streaking underneath.
Oh, that looks nice.
Bit of soot. The ejector chutes where it would the cordite would come out and up the flaps. Bit round where the guns would be. And I don't know how well this one's going to come out. Started to do the exhaust staining, coming down the wing root off the exhaust.
Oh, yes.
There. And that one's a better one because it's a little bit further down the line. But I've got to bring that down and down the fuselage on both sides. So that's started. And it's a few grubby fingerprints and some oil staining and bits and pieces like that. So them's the two I've been doing at the moment. Slowly.
They're looking really nice, John. Gordon, sorry. I keep getting your name in. Yeah, they're...
This is it. This is the Airfix new release Mark 1. Right? And I watched Will Patterson do his spit on the new Tamiya one. So I thought, well, let's do this one like similar sort of fashion to Will did his. And I'm going to do this and the 109, and then I'm going to build the Tamiya one and do it the same. So I've got a good comparison between the new Airfix kit and the new Tamiya kit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To see how the two compare. And then a bit later down the line, I've got one of these.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And I've never built an Edward Spit. I've built the MiG-21s and some of their other kits they've done, but I've never built an Edward Spit. So by the time I've done that, I'll soon know which is the best kit and which one I like the best. But I can't get over how well this is coming out.
Yeah, that looks really nice. I've got to say, I'm not, I started doing on 172nd kits, but I sort of progressed to the bigger stuff when I started doing this channel. And yeah, I am impressed with what I've seen there from what you've done. Yeah, that's very nice.
But yeah, I'm really chuffed how they've come out because apart from a set of seat belts on both, there's no other aftermarket. They've been built apart from that straight out of the box. There's no filler on the 109, and there's a couple of little places where it needed a little bit of smidging to blend things in on the spit.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I'm actually enjoying doing these because it's gone together. If you build a kit and you struggle with it, you sort of lose the will, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed every minute, and it just seems to be going so well. I thought, right, that's it, and I'm really chuffed with how they've come out.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been tinkering with this week, anyway.
They look amazing, Gordon. They really do. I saw them a week ago, and I didn't think you could get any better, but they do look a lot better than they did a week ago. Excellent, yeah.
This is it, because I'm a bit like Gil. I've been working with a lot of oils and doing oil washes and staining and streaking. You can only do so much.
Yeah.
And then you've got to let it dry. And then if you don't want to blend it in, you've got to put a sealer coat on before you start the next process. So it's, I reckon, a couple of weeks and I should have these two done.
Mm-hmm. They look good.
Yeah, they do. Very good. Okay, I guess it's me then now. I've mainly been doing...
the camera, Mark.
Oh, yeah, sorry. This camera will be my downfall. There we go. So I've been working on this Rolls-Royce Continental, and I've been taking my time with it. I've only been doing a little bit every night. I had a problem with the door fit. So when I first put this together and just glued it together, basically the door fit was way out. There was a huge gap and the angle was wrong and everything. So I actually had to put glue back over the seams and take them apart. And I've redone it and now managed to get, if it will show, it's a damn near perfect fit. There we go.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I've got these, my lights, my triple tube light that I had packed up. So I've got these two ones that sit at the side and they're great. But the trouble is when you lift anything up to the camera, it sort of goes above their line of sight, so to speak. And yeah, I've got absolutely amazing finish on that now. And so, yeah, progress is going slowly with that. This is just dry fit stage at the back. It's not actually on at the moment, as is the door. But yeah, that's pretty much where I've gone with that. My main concentration this week has been with the printer. I got a new resin printer. I've been printing off some figures. I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to show one. So this is Gambit. And this is his cloak or coat or whatever. Nice sort of fit. These are the legs. And the first kit that I've printed where you actually just slot the legs in and they stand up on their own. Yeah. You don't have to glue them in, and that's nice sort of nice details on that. But where it excels, let me just, I have to put them all in separate boxes so they don't get mixed up or damaged in any way. And the body's just a little bit too big for the box, so I have to actually use Gambit stick to poke him out. He's actually stuck in there. I don't believe it. There we go.
Archie says, I've never tried a figure. I will have to try one at some point.
Yeah, you will. They are, figures are something you will either love them or hate them, I guess.
Yeah.
So let me just show you. This is the
upper torso, yeah.
This is the upper torso, but the detail on it is what I'm trying to. If I can move the light, I'm probably not going to get it to show.
There it is.
That's it. Hold it there, Mark.
There we go. Beautiful detail on that. And this is 1/10 kit. It's printed on any cubic photon. Obviously, I'm not going to stick everything together because it won't go. But it's a brilliant, lovely.
Nice sculpt.
Yeah. So, I mean, I got this from Sanix.
I was going to say that's a Sanix piece. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a Sanix piece. And you can buy his files from www.malix3design.com. And there you go. So my main, let me just quickly show you the head. That is the Gambit face. If it will come into focus for me. Just moving the light around to try and get it. Is it going to go?
It's a really good.
It's picking up the background. If you put your hand, if you put your hand behind it, it'll be able to show it.
Yeah, the problem with that is, Gil, I'm holding the light.
The light,
yeah. All right, let's try. There
you go. That's a little right there.
That's it.
So there we go. Anyway, it is a lovely kit. So a lot of my time has been spent doing that. And that's is that? Did we cover have we covered everyone there?
As far as what we're doing, yeah.
Yeah. So we've got so much to get through in this show, in this podcast. Sorry. So we've got this new section now where we're going to Gordon's going to look at a kit that he's got. We're going to have a look at a bit more detail at it. And this week, I believe we're looking at a rather tasty looking motorbike. So I'm going to pop the screen over to Gordon and I'm going to let him tell you all about the Yamaha Tenaire. Is that Tenaire? Tenaire 60cc Paris Dakar
86.
Excellent. Off you go.
Yeah, basically this is it's a rebox of the Protar kit, I believe, and stuff. And it's not been out long at all. It's one of the kits that I wanted to build a few years ago, but as Protar was getting a bit hard to get your hands on, I'm glad this has come out, actually. So I can have a go at it the second time round. So, standard Italeri kits, instructions, sprue layout, the greyed out parts of the part we're not using in this kit. There's basically sprue call out, your paints and stuff, screws, because there's quite a few screws in this, vinyl tubing, rubber tyres, you get rubber gaiters as well for the fork legs. Starting with wheels, and then you build the cylinder head up with individual fins, the lower crankcase, rubber tubing, spark plug, exhaust, shock, basic stuff. Assembling the rear linkage for the rear suspension, building the frame up, and then the fun part. Yeah, I've spent many hours doing these because these are individual linked chain.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, and basically you sandwich the parts together. Then you're supposed to use a hot screwdriver to seal the ends. And if you're good at it, it looks like that when it's done.
You're good at it.
Yeah. And it's actually supposed to bend. And what's it? Yeah, I'm hoping somebody brings a better idea out than that one, because I've had fun and games trying to do them in the past. Basically, you got the swinging arm there, fixing the rear wheel, rear brakes, back wheeling, and you got the fork legs and the triple trees and stuff. You got the gators, all the wiring and stuff, which is vinyl tubing. Started to build the exhaust system, seat, decals, and bits and pieces like that, attaching the rear part of the mudguard, tank, attaching the tank, which can be quite fun. Then you've got a little bit of a nose fairing for it, and then the decals, and there's your colour scheme on the back. So let's have a look in the box.
Well, let's take a look at the chain. I want to see that.
Oh, go on then. I'll show you the chain. One.
Nope. Well,
I was thinking about buying that kit.
Yeah, that's like 500 people have just switched off now. I'm not getting that.
Yeah, in individual links and fish plates. And basically you assemble them all together. You get the 3 of them. Then you join the parts together and it makes a chain. So, yeah. That's...
Oh, my God. Why would you buy that?
Hey, when you putting that kit together?
Yeah. When I've got nothing else on, Josh.
Do they, when they sell them kits, do they have a little warning that that's in there? Warning, chain may drive you crazy.
Yeah. But the decals are actually quite nice, well printed. Very little carrier film on them. Right? And they're actually printed by Cartograph.
Oh, those are Cartograph. Good.
Yeah, so quality decals, because I built this kit some time ago, and the Italeri decals, yeah, you dipped them in water, put them on the kit, they disintegrated.
And they just blow up.
Yeah, but there's the rubber gaiters, your grips, your throttle and stuff, rubber, nice pair of knobbly tyres, nice tread pattern on them. And yeah, you've actually got some lettering on the side of the tyres to tell you who makes them. Then we've got the kit. So it's some quite nice detail. It's basic, but you can add to it. Right, the plastic's quite hard as well. So I'd say it's a cross between like a Tamiya plastic and a Hasegawa plastic. But yeah, the 2 tank halves, seat unit, nose piece, tail piece, mud guard, hand guards, and the under tray to stop you ripping your sump open. Then we've got the black parts, which is the frame, parts of the forks, your swinging arm, the rear mud guard, under tray, and your handlebars. Some of the details not too bad. It's a little bit soft in places, but it's adequate. But it's like everything with these kits. Little bit of time, adding your little own personal touch to it. Then we've got the plated wheels, yeah, which are going to get stripped, purple power, bleach, or whatever, because they're black anyway. So,
what is the? Can I ask, Gordon? What is the chrome detail like? Is it that bad on there, or could you get away with it if you and? So I'm thinking of people that are not very good at, or maybe don't have access to metal paints or something. I don't know.
The chrome finish on these is not too bad. It's the thing is, I can't understand why they've plated them when they're actually painted black.
Oh right, yeah, you're right. Oh.
But it tells you in they're actually gloss black. So You could leave them silver and paint them black and use the put some hairspray or something on to do a bit of chipping, because it'll take you back down to this. That's one way of doing some weathering on it if you wanted to do a used bike and stuff. But yeah, it's one idea I'm toying with, because going through sand, it would wear the paint off on the highlights and on some of the spokes and stuff. So yeah. Then we've got the engine is a bottom end detail, and that's not too bad. Drilled out forks. Brake rotor, brake disc, already got holes in it.
Yeah, that disc looks pretty good.
Yeah, nice detail on the sprocket. Nice detail on the fork legs, the sump. No, that's the headlight with the oil cooler, carburetors, and stuff. Yeah, individual fins that make up the cylinder head. So you sandwich all them together and glue that onto top of your crankcase. And the detail on that's not too bad. Nice bit of detail on the pouch there. Top of the rocker cover. Clear parts, pretty self-explanatory. Screen, dash, tail light, headlight and stuff. They're actually quite clear, they are, for Italeri. And then you get a bag of springs, tubing, and various screws and bits and pieces for screwing the swinging arm together, the fork together, and bits and pieces like that. So it's not a bad kit. It's not something that I'm going to jump into doing straight away, because I've got other things on the go. But it's definitely one that I'm going to enjoy doing. And apparently, whether they do or not, there's I believe there's a BMW that they did as well. And I've heard that they might be bringing that out to complement this one, so you can build the BMW and the Yamaha to go together.
Nice.
So my question to you, and I've never built the motorcycle kit. With those, are you better off doing each part, you know, like paint it, get it all, and then glue it all together, or are you better off doing sub-assemblies?
Basically, what I do when I'm doing this, it'll be sub-assemblies. So you would assemble the wheels and paint them. Then you'd assemble all of this and then paint that. And you shock, assemble that, paint that. And then while that's drying, I'd be cleaning the frame up and prepping the frame for paint.
And then pay somebody to do the chain.
Yeah. Well, luckily enough with this, because of the tank going over the top, you don't see the join line.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually paint all this red and stuff, and you'll have painted the engine aluminium colour or whatever it calls out in the instructions, right? And it basically screws together, and then just run a bit of glue down the end. And the only place you would possibly see a join line is down the front of this piece of the frame down the front. Anywhere else, you wouldn't see the join line because it's hidden under the tank and the seat unit. But
so even with that frame, are you going to put those together before you put the motor in, or are you going to keep those separate?
No, I shall paint the two parts of the frame separately.
Oh, okay.
Build the engine and then assemble the frame around the engine.
Oh, cool.
Do it that way. Yeah, that's going to be quite fun. Doing doing the chain. Yeah. Yeah, but
I can actually think of another word.
Yeah.
It begins with F, but it's not fun.
Yeah, have a swear box handy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically a quick look at what's in the box with the Yamaha Tenere 660.
And this is this sorry, is this a new tool or
No, it's a repop of the Protar kit that was around in the mid to late 80s, early 90s.
They've done no sort of update or anything to the tooling or anything like that. It is the
Not done any updating to the tooling or some as such, but they have tidied the mould up because there's very little flash on it.
Oh, well, that's good.
So it looks like the moulds have actually had a little bit of maintenance and stuff on them. But as far as I'm aware, it's been some time since this kit was released. And this is the first time I saw this kit was in a Protar box.
Yeah.
And Protar kits back in the day, they were quite expensive.
And how much is one of these now? If somebody wanted to buy one, how much would it cost, and where could they expect to get one?
You can find them. They're on eBay. What's the other one? Amazon.
Yeah,
they're on Amazon. A lot of the eBay shops and stuff that have got them in, and they vary from, depending on which part of the world you're in, from about 25 quid up to about 30 quid. It depends on the locality where you're buying it from, basically.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I thought, well, it's 1 night scale, so it's bigger than the Tamiya ones, but it's an unusual topic.
Yeah.
Because usually it's either road bikes or street bikes, where this bike was designed to do a job. So, yeah. But
unusual, isn't it? Because it's got that smaller back wheel, which is...
No, it's just the way it looks on there. It's
Is it?
I think so. No, it is. It's got a smaller wheel in the back. You're right.
Yeah, it's got a smaller back wheel. Yeah, it's smaller, isn't it?
Yeah, smaller wheel.
Yeah.
Which I think is odd. I wonder why they done that. There must have been a purpose.
That bike is meant for like dunes and stuff.
Yeah, it's the Paris Dakar I've been watching. Well, I've been binge watching actually. The 2020 Paris Dakar. And a lot of the early bikes have had this setup where they've had a huge petrol tank.
Yeah.
Right. Little rear wheel, big front wheel. And it's quite fat as well, so it grips the sand better. But
so for those that don't know, what is the Paris Dakar?
It's basically a race, because if you have a look on the box lid, you can actually see the route. Right, starts off in Paris, right, and ends in Dakar. So you come. We've got Paris, Algiers, Sardinia, El Goa, Inshallah, Tamarasset, Agadez, Zinda, Nemi. Basically, it's the route. So it starts at Paris, ends in Dakar in Senegal, I believe it is. And it's one of the longest road race endurance things that there is. Because it's something like 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 kilometres or something over a number of days. It's well over a week. And each section you have what they call...
You're timed.
It's timed. You've got the from where you start to the beginning of the actual track, well, the section, then you timed on that, and you timed on each section as you go through. And sometimes you can be in sand dunes all day, sometimes it's rocky, sometimes it's road, sometimes it's dry riverbed. So you've got a whole shenanigans of different terrain that you got to ride a bike on in. I think it's 7 to 10 days or something like that.
So it really is cross country.
Yeah,
In
it's
every sense of
real,
the word.
Yeah, it's real off-road endurance and stuff. But you're out for the day. You've got to have enough fuel to last you for the day. You've got your first aid kit. You've got your food. On some of the stages, some of the longer stages, you've actually got a fuel stop halfway through. But
oh wow! So you say they've got first aid kits and everything. This is like, so this is like a race like I've never heard of before.
Yeah. Basically, somewhere on the bike is supposed to be quite a comprehensive first aid kit. Right?
Oh wow!
They have to carry an extra 3 liters of water for the rider because the rider wears these the camel packs on the back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And basically, if you've used that up or you break down, you've got to have enough supplies with you. So I think it was last you 12 hours or something, in case you break down, and they can get one of the sweeper trucks to get to you. So you've got energy bars, water, and your first aid kit you carry. Plus, you've got a toolkit with a few spares.
So is it like? So from what you're saying, it's a 24-hour a day race. It's not like a Formula One where you race a set amount.
Yeah, they start off at say 6 o'clock in the morning, and they race that particular section during the day. It's the time section. But if anyone wants to know about the Paris Dakar and stuff, Charlie Bowman did race to Dakar and stuff. He did long way round, long way down with Ewan McGregor and stuff, and he also raced the Paris Dakar.
Okay.
And if you want to see what goes into the Paris Dakar, some of the episodes are on YouTube and stuff. But if you want to learn about the Paris Dakar, watch Charlie Bowman race to Dakar.
Yeah.
And it's quite illuminating.
Wow.
Especially
That's really interesting. Actually, that's far more. Yeah. I've heard of the Paris Dakar, but I didn't realise it was.
Yeah, I've been watching this guy do this year's Paris Dakar, right? And he's tearing across the sand dunes. Well, he goes across this dry riverbed for a start, then climbs up to the sand dunes, and he gets on top of the sand dunes, right? And he's tanking along, and all of a sudden the bike digs in, and he flies over the handlebars. He does a somersault. The front wheel just digs straight down into the sand. Wishy, washy, or whatever they call it. It's really fine sand that can't take any weight. And he's doing, I think, what was he? Do about 120, 130 clicks. And he's chatting to the camera, right? And then all of a sudden he goes, whoop, and he's gone. And all you can see is his bike stood upright in the sand dune.
Gordon, have you ever tried to walk on sand?
With one leg? Yeah.
Yeah, so just for people that are listening, so that may have sounded like a stupid question, but both myself and Gordon are amputees, and walking on sand with an artificial limb is extremely difficult.
It's one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do.
Yeah, I've never come across anything like it. The first time I went to walk on sand, I just strode off onto the beach. But the minute I hit the sand, you just can't do it. People don't appreciate how much mobility you have in your ankle that cannot be replicated in a sort of artificial limb. I just thought I'd pop that in there. It's absolutely no relevance at all, but I just thought I'd pop it in. So thanks, Gordon. That's a very illuminating look at the Paris Dakar. and a beautiful looking kit by Italeri. So there you go.
Yeah. But I've got one or two other kits we're going to have a look at over the next few weeks anyway. So I thought instead of doing what we did last week, let's have a bite this week. So that's what we've had.
Yeah.
And when the new Fireblade comes, we'll be having a look at that. So
excellent. Very good. Very nice. I also bought a new kit this week, but I'm not going to show it. Let me see. Yeah, sorry, my apologies. Let me just. I did say this camera will be the death of me. So there we go. Yes, I bought. I'll just show you the box. I'm not going to get the kit out tonight. I'll probably show it on a separate issue. But I bought a McDonnell Douglas Phantom. It's the new tool one from Airfix.
Oh, look at that.
It's a lovely looking kit. I'll just move this lamp out of the way so I can get it all in. And yeah, that's I've got that. I bought this on, I think it might have been Friday or Saturday. I still haven't taken the tabs off it yet. I still haven't opened it. I'm not going to show you it tonight because we've got too much to do.
Well, they are. There's its stable mate.
Yeah, hold on. There we go. Yeah, that's the Blackburn Buccaneer. That's another one that's on my wish list. Is that a new tool as well, Gordon?
Yeah, that's a new tool, and that's another one that we're going to be having a look at. So you could do the Phantom 1 week, and the following week we could do the
yeah. Or maybe if we get a week when we've got more time, we could do the two together back to back and just see.
Yeah,
I like that idea. So we're going to move on now. So a few weeks ago, I came up with I'm just moving the camera over to us all again. We came up with the idea of we would pick. So during the week, when you're looking through your YouTube stuff or your Facebook stuff, you would come up with a picture that you thought was particularly good. And then on the Sunday night, we could then show it to everyone and see, and just share our appreciation for other people's work. The people involved have no idea. It's not something that's prearranged or anything. And so we will start. I see. Gil, are you okay to?
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to interrupt.
No. I'm sorry, man. I'm doing detail painting here. Once I
I know. That's fine. I just don't want to interrupt you when you're in a critical stage.
I put it down. I'm almost done with it anyway. So anyway, go ahead.
So I will let Gil explain what he's picked, and you just tell me when to add it. And
go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay, here we go.
Now that this is the kind of work many. I was in my late 20s when I used to do this kind of work. And I don't do this kind of work anymore. I'm not as good as this guy is. I mean, I've lost the passion for it. But this kind of work for me is always held a special place in my heart. This is all done with India inks. And the person that did this is just phenomenal. I mean, look at this. That's just
amazing.
And that was done with a Badger Extreme with just India inks, airbrushed with India inks. Now, of course, when you see the hair and stuff like this here, a lot of people don't realize you go in with either it's called an eraser. You go in there and you just slightly remove the ink to give you that texture and stuff. You do that around the eyes and stuff like that also. But that's a beautiful piece of work, isn't it, guys?
Yeah, it's just that is Oh man, if I could airbrush
Well,
like that.
it's like Gil said, if Gil hadn't have said that was all airbrush, you'd have thought that would have been a photograph.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
yeah.
It's
See, there's
incredible.
it's airbrushed, but I hear, whenever I like hear around the hair and stuff, you use what they call an eraser. You go in and you just start, you make your lines, and you just erase, like the hair, like to give you that texture in the hair and stuff. Same thing around the lips, you can do that. In the eye, right there, like right up in here. The eye.
So, is this digital then? Is this
No.
done?
No, this is done on a color-line paper. I think it's done on paper. Yeah, it says it right there. Color-line paper by Canson. So that's on a canvas, a paper canvas.
So when you say they're using an eraser, because I come from a photographic background where an eraser is in like a Photoshop program, you use an eraser.
No.
You're actually referring to a real
eraser. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
There's certain erasers you can get for this kind of work. They're real fine. Yeah. There's many different kinds you can get. But you go in and you just, when you lay down, you go in there and you just erase where you painted, with an eraser, you take off the ink, and then you go in, you touch it up, you take off the ink, you touch it up. And that's how you get that hair. Now, some people will go in with like a white paint or an off-white paint, but I'm almost positive that's done with an eraser. Most of the guys that I know that do this kind of work, they'll use some kind of an eraser. But it doesn't take away. There's a skill to this. I mean, that's just phenomenal. And there's another one I want to show. Now, this next one I'm going to show you was done on the bonnet of a car, or as we say here in the States, a trunk of a car. And let me scroll up real quick. That right there.
Wow.
That was done. It says it right here. Girl on a trunk lid mural in progress. So this is done on a car, on the back of a car.
And do we have a name for who done this?
Yeah, his name is, it's by a person, they go by Bionic Art. And that was done, painted with Badger airbrushes. So that was done with Badger airbrushes. And he's got House of Color tagged on here. Let me see who else he's got tagged on there. So that's done with House of Color paint, which is a lacquer.
Yeah, I've heard of House of Color.
Yeah, but look at that work. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
It is. Yeah. It's amazing.
I mean, that's it. I mean, from the neck up. I mean, you can look at everything else and Google it. I'm talking about like here, the face, the hair, the texture, the shadows, the chain around her neck. That the eyes, especially the eyes, that's just some amazing skill there, isn't it?
That's an amazing amount of talent.
Yeah.
I don't know what this guy does for a living. Surely he must be doing in some sort of art.
Oh yeah. There's I know a kid. I haven't spoken to him in years, but when last I spoke to him, he was about 18 years old, and he was doing this kind of work on cars. And just phenomenal talent,
It's unbelievable, isn't it? That is stunning.
Yeah,
stunning.
Yeah. It's just amazing work, isn't it? And that's a lot of time. There's a lot of time in that, And that's not even done yet. I'm sure he's going to go in and do other stuff. He says it's not finished, so. But I just thought I'd share that with you. The possibilities of what you can do with an airbrush. And you don't need those $600 airbrushes to do it.
No.
That's beautiful work. So that's what I wanted to show, guys. It's amazing.
Wow. Damn. I don't think I can beat that.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, you're next, by the way.
yeah. I gotta follow that up. Okay, so let me. So we got to go into. Let me just make sure I've got mine ready. Yeah, I've got mine ready. So, I've got to remember how to do this now. Where is it? There we go.
And you're on Gil.
Yeah, I'm going to be moving over. Just give me a second. Oh, the computer always decides to